projects as well, IoT incubator project also. So this is an agriculture based projects. And coming to the memberships, so these are the my professional memberships. Okay, I have ACM membership, IEEE membership, and IANG professional memberships. So these are related to computer society. Okay, that is computer science and engineering related memberships. I have international memberships, right? So this is about my brief introduction. Now in this semester, I'm going to teach you the Python concepts, Python programming. So you will learn the entire stuff related to Python programming. Now, upon successful completion of your course, you will learn many things. Okay, so let us see what are the course objectives. See, there are 4 course objectives for this program called Python programming. Python programming, right? So you are going to learn the syntax and the semantics and runtime environment of the Python programming. You know what is syntax? In C language, you learn the syntaxes for various what we call artifacts of the program. Okay, so what is if syntax, if else syntax, and variable declaration syntax. So there are syntax and semantics. What is semantic? The meaning of a particular syntax or a language. Okay, and the working environment, right? The C programming environment is different from Python programming environment, right? In C programming we have compiler, right? First we have to compile the program and you have to run the program, right? Whereas Python programming environment is different. So this is an interpreter based programming language. Interpreter based programming language. See, in C language we used to press F7, okay, for line by line execution. So that is what exactly the interpreter is, right? So in interpreter program we are executing program line by line. Okay, so we execute main, then variable declaration, then logic, then output statements. Likewise, we used to execute programs, okay, line by line. So that line by line execution is nothing but interpretation, right? So that kind of environment will be there in the Python programming. So here there is no compiler to convert from human understandable language to machine understandable language, right? See, in C language we have a compiler, okay, which converts .c file into its equivalent .obj file. So that obj file will be executed by the machine. Okay, machine will execute only obj file. That obj file contains all zeros and ones. Okay, zeros and ones means what? The low level language or machine understandable language, high and low. So we used to have that kind of environment in C++, and Java also, because those are the traditional languages. Okay, so having compilers and they follow strict rules of syntax and semantic rules. Okay, so those 3 languages, mainly C language, C++, and Java languages, follows syntax and semantic rules pakka. Okay, pakka means completely it follows, strictly it follows syntax and semantic rules. If something goes wrong, for example, after printf statement, if you forgot keeping a semicolon, okay, definitely it will throw an error. Okay, here this environment won't throw like that. Okay, so it won't mind of syntax and semantic errors. Okay, very few syntactical errors will be there in Python programming. Okay, right? So that type of environment you are going to learn from this subject, right? That is Python programming language. So you will learn what is Python syntax. Okay, syntaxes for all artifacts of the Python programming, and semantic rules, syntax rules, and the runtime environment, how we are going to run Python scripts. Okay, That is the first objective of this Python programming course. Okay, and coming to the second objectives, okay, you are going to be familiar with the universal computer programming concepts. See, like data types and containers. See, we learn what is called data type, what is called constant, and expressions, operators and all, right? Here same things will be there. That's why they named as universal computer programming concepts. See, these are common for all programming languages. Okay, you have to declare data types, and you have to use expressions, and you have to use operators. See, these are all common for all programming languages, computer programming languages. Now, similar things you are going to learn from Python programming. So here, the extra thing is containers. Okay, so there are data types. Okay, see how many data types are there. There are data types like integer, float, character, and special data types like derived data types. Now here we are having containers, which stores the huge volume of data. So you are going to work with different data types and containers. Now coming to the third one, so third objective of this course, you are going to familiarize with general computer programming concepts like conditional execution, loop execution, and functions. You are all familiar with what are conditional control statements. See, in every programming language we have control statements. Okay, see, basically there are three types of control statements. One is conditional control statements like if statement, if else statement, nested if, and then if then else, switch statement. So these are the different conditional uh, control statements in any computer programming language. And then we have second category of conditional control statements called loops or iterative statements. We have different types of loops like for loop, while loop, do while loop. In Java language, we have one more loop called for each loop. So similar kind of environment will be there in Python programming. And moreover, we are going to learn what are functions. Okay, functions. Right, we have two types of functions basically. So user defined functions and predefined functions. See, this Python is going to have already having n number of predefined functions, right? Already in Python library we have rich set of functions, predefined functions. Simply you can call and use those functions in your program, right? So these are the concepts you are going to learn from this subject. And coming to the fourth objective of this course, you are going to be familiar with the general coding techniques and object oriented programming. Right here, the difference between C programming and Python programming, this Python program supports object orientation, right? It supports object oriented programming. You are going to enter into a new environment called object oriented programming language. We can call it as object oriented programming or programming language, right? See here, Python supports object orientation, whereas C doesn't support object orientation. Right? See, that is a structured programming language, but it is a object oriented programming language. Right? So these are the course objectives. We have four course objectives. Right? See, from first course objective, you are going to learn the complete syntax and semantic rules and runtime environment of the Python programming. And from the second course objective, you are going to learn data types and containers. And then third objective of this course is conditional control statements along with the functions. And then we are going to learn some concepts from object oriented programming. Right? If you have any doubt, you can ask me at this point. Look at the course objectives, all of you. If possible, you can note down. Right? Shall I go to the next slide? All of you, all of you kindly respond. Please be
Yes, sir.
online because it's an important subject.
Yes, sir.
Right, good, good.
Yes, sir.
Right. Let us see the course outcomes. Right. See, upon successful completion of this course, okay, what is the course name? Python programming. Right. See, upon successful completion of this course, you are going to learn many things. Okay. So many things. See, there is no end for Python. See, you can implement um, any research problem in Python. So such a great language Python is, right? So any formula you can implement in Python. Okay, you can solve any computational problem through Python, right? So I can say that in most of the research institutions or researchers are using Python for representing music. Okay, for sorry, some okay speech recognition, AI, and deep learning, neural networks. So people are using Python as a basic language for implementing any research problem, right? See, let us see what are the outcomes of this course. Okay, right. See, after completion of this course, you can develop essential programming skills in computer programming concepts like data types and containers. Right? You can use different data types and containers for storing data, and you can apply the basic programming in Python language. Right? That means you can solve problems using Python, and you can solve coding tasks related to conditional execution and loops, right? You know what is conditional control statements, right? So you can easily use these conditional control statements in Python programming, right? See, control statements are of three types. Okay, conditional control statements, loop control statements, and jump control statements, right? You can easily work with those concepts. And coming to the fourth outcome of this course, you can solve coding tasks related to fundamental notions and techniques used in object oriented programming. Okay, right. See, first three course outcomes are similar to your previous programming language called C programming, right? In PPSC, you learn how to declare a variable, how to use different derived data types like arrays, pointers, structures, unions. You work with all those, right? So similar kind of environment will be there in uh, Python also, right? But there is a small difference between C and Python. Okay, syntactically, it is easy. Python is easy and compared with the C language, and compared with the C++, compared with the Java, right? And easily you can learn, right? And you can solve different problems through Python, and effectively you can use conditional control statements and loop statements. And these three are the well-known concepts for you. And one more thing you are going to learn here is object-oriented programming. Okay, you can note it down. Object-oriented programming. Take those course outcomes. Right. Coming to the syllabus for this course, as usual, we have 5 units. These are the 5 units syllabus we have. So first one is unit 1. Unit 1 is having the conceptual introduction of Python. See, this is the general introduction of computer science environment, computer science environments,
హలో
topics in computer science, what is algorithm,
వచ్చింది పిన్ని
no?
నిద్రపోతుంది ఆ, ఆ, ఓకే
Right? See, every unit having two parts, right? In the first unit, you are going to learn these concepts. Okay, so the general definition of computer science, what exactly the computer science is going to have, okay, how it is depending on algorithms and the data processing or data representation, and what is called software, what is called hardware, that is hardware architecture, data representation in computer science or computers. That means how we are representing data. See, basically we are representing data in the form of ones and zeros. Okay, low level language or machine understandable language, right? And we are going to learn what is software, what is operating system, right? That is the first part of your first unit. You are all aware of these concepts. You know what is computer, you know what is algorithm, you know what is hardware architecture. What is hardware architecture of a computer system? Having uh, three parts: CPU, input and output, right? So that is the architecture. Again, we are going to discuss that. And data representation, how we are representing data in computer, and what is called software, what is an operating system. This is the first part of your first unit. And then if possible, in the next week, that is from Monday onwards, we are going to have hands-on Python. Hands-on, see, you have to have a laptop for this, okay, or a desktop. Otherwise you can't learn Python. Can't learn means basics you can learn, but it is better to have a computer system to practice. See, this course is having only one teaching hour. Interesting thing is only one teaching hour and four practical hours, right? See, more importance is given to practical only. Okay, so you have four practice hours and one teaching hour. Only one teaching hour, right? In your timetable, they added 2 more hours. One is for tutorial hour, okay, another one is for teaching only, right? See, total you have 7 classes for a week, okay, regarding Python programming, right? Why I'm saying all these things? See, you have to have a computer system with a proper internet connection, right? So by Monday is okay for you. By Monday, uh, you have to get your system. Understood, ma? Arrange చేసుకుంటారా? So
Yes, sir.
then I will teach you how to install Python. Okay, so if you have laptops with you, okay, so if possible you can install TeamViewer. Okay, TeamViewer. If you get any problem or stuckings, okay, or stuckings in the middle, so I can operate from here, from my system. I will operate your system. Okay, if you install TeamViewer. So if any doubt you got, so you can send a message in chat box and I will solve. Okay, so by connecting with your system there will be password. So if you share password with me, I will type here and I will interact with you personally. Personally means I can access your system from my lappy, right? So I'm expecting, okay, everyone will have system from Monday. Okay, Monday I will start executing programs, right? See, first half part is general concepts. These are theoretical concepts. Okay, so it takes 2 or 3 classes. From Monday onwards, possibly I will teach you the basic syntax and semantic rules of the Python and Python environment, and how to run scripts. See, previously we used to call programs, right? In compiler based environment we call it as programs. Here it is a interpreter based programming language, that's why we are calling it as a scripts, right? So they mentioned running scripts. Okay, look at the top right corner here. So running scripts and how to save file, how to edit file, and how to interact with shell, right? And basic syntaxes, and how to declare data types, how to use data types, what are the variables, okay, assignment operators, and mutable variables, numerical types, arithmetic operations, expressions. Okay, these are the basic elements of Python we are going to learn in the next week, right? So these are the basics, and from second unit you are going to learn the control statements, as I told you, if else, for loop, while loop. Okay, so these are the things, and how to read files, that is text files dot csv, that is comma separated values, how to read, that means how to read data from Excel sheets. Okay, and tables we are going to learn, that means file operations we are going to learn. What are the contents of second unit? So these are all known concepts only, control statements and file operations. And coming to the third unit, it is about data structures. Okay, here we are going to have few simple data structures. One is list, tuple, and dictionaries. List, tuple, and dictionary, and their operations we are going to learn, and followed by functions. Okay, so here we are going to learn how to use existing functions, that means predefined functions and user defined functions, and what is called recursive function. What is called recursive function, right? We learn what is recursive function. A function calling itself is called recursion, right? There are two types of recursions, I will teach you again in Python, right? That's about third unit, right? And next fourth unit is completely file operations and few concepts from what object oriented programming. Right, here we are going to start object oriented programming using file operations, classes, and oops. Okay, OOP means what? Object oriented programming, right? See, from object oriented programming we are going to learn the concepts of classes, objects, attributes, methods, right? See, it is similar to your structures, right? See, instead of using structure we are going to use classes. Okay, so we are going to use classes and objects, attributes, and methods, right? See, in structures also we have objects. For example, student object s1, s2, s3, s4, like that. Employee objects e1, e2, e2, e3, like that we practiced in the previous classes, right? And attributes means what are the attributes of structure? All integers, float, character. Okay, that variables are nothing but attributes. And methods means functions only. Okay, how we are accessing members, and methods in structure. Similar thing will be there in the oops. Okay, that is object oriented programming, and designing classes and data modeling, and persistent storage of objects, right? Here, from here you are going to learn new concepts. Okay, fourth unit, second part, and completely fifth unit. So fifth unit is completely depending on object oriented programming, and at the end of fifth unit you are going to learn some GUI concepts. Okay, what is GUI? Graphical user interface. Graphical user interface, right? So this is about scripts. Okay, you are going to write some scripts related to graphical user interfacing program, right? How to see graphical user interfacing means what? It having buttons. Okay, so buttons and labels, drop down menus, pull down menus. Okay, so we are going to work with the dialogues, fields, and all, and some networking programming will be there. And we are going to introduce what is called HTML, hypertext markup language, and CGI programming, right? See, these are the 5 units we are going to learn from this course. What is the course name? Python programming is the course name. So it is having 5 units of syllabus, right? It is similar to your C programming only. So it is very easy, very easier than C language, right? Because it won't mind of syntax and semantic rules. C follows strict syntax rules, right? So here it won't follow. Uh, so it will follow, but it won't follow strictly, right? I will teach you uh, how it is not following its syntax rules, right? See, here are the textbooks, reference books, and e-resources. Already yesterday night I sent this link. That is tutorial points material. You can download from this link. And first textbook also I shared with you in WhatsApp, right? You can download these two. So it is very helpful for you to refer. If possible, I will share material also. Okay, and PPTs I will share. Okay, and second book also I will try. I didn't get it, so if possible I will download this and I will share with you, and you can refer these books. These are also good books from CRC Plus and TMH, Tata McGraw-Hill, right? So you can refer these textbooks for Python programming. And e-resources also available. So you can go with Java T point. So in Java T point, Python programming is there, and W3 schools also providing good material for you to learn. Okay, you need not depend on these textbooks and e-resources and regular teaching, right? You can refer other resources also. Okay, so that are available. Okay, I will share you all those things, okay, in the group, right? What is the time? That is right. So this is about your course objectives, outcomes, syllabus, followed by textbooks, reference books, and e-resources available for you to learn Python programming, right? See, this is the first concept. Okay, let us start first concept. Unit 1. So what is the content of unit 1? So this is the these are the concepts of unit 1. So first one is conceptual introduction. That is a general introduction of computer science or topics in computer science. Okay, so this is an abstract level we are going to learn. That is the theoretical concept. Okay, so first part is the theoretical concept, and the next one completely programming, right? So let us see what is called computer science, and followed by algorithm, and what is called modern computer system. So what is hardware, what is software, how to represent data, and what is operating system. Okay, so these are the basic concepts in computer science, right? Let us see the first concept, the fundamental concept, right? See, the fundamental idea of the computer science is algorithms and information processing only, right? See, the entire computer science depends on algorithms and information processing, right? You know what is algorithm, right? So what is an algorithm? It's a step-by-step process for solving a problem in natural language, right? It's a step-by-step process. Okay, algorithm is a step-by-step process for solving a problem in natural language, right? You know, you are well aware of the definition called algorithm, right? So it's a step by step. First we are taking problem, that means we are taking client requirement. Okay, we are understanding the client, we take the problem from the client, and we are decomposing the problem into n number of sequence of steps. Okay, n number of sequence of steps. Those n number of sequence of steps are divided into n number of
Kiran sir,
Hello.
Kiran sir.